Hello and welcome to Trojan Talk. I'm your host, Aaron Taylor. My guest today is Beth Mullins, which means we're going to talk a little softball.
That's right.
And getting ready for the softball season, you're just a few days out from getting things started. It seems a little bit weird to be talking about the spring sport, especially with the weather that we've had recently. But just kind of give us an idea of how things are looking right now for the team. So
it's looking good. We start February 9th, so about 2 weeks out, which is, it's gone by fast. And we haven't had too many days out in the warm weather yet, but you know what? They call it a spring sport, but we start in February. So this weather will have us well prepared for the cold weather. But our girls have done great. They haven't complained, and you know, we've had some warm weather and some cold weather, so I think it's prepared us for everything we're going to see this spring.
Of course, you know, and the opportunity, you know, to have kind of a little cancellation in your schedule due to snow is something that's unusual around here, but you still have opportunities to work and build and practice and get ready for the season, right?
Yeah, so, I mean, it's been great. I mean, we're blessed. We have a great indoor facility that we're able to go into, the Dodge Center, that provides us, you know, if we're not able to go outside, like when you have snow on the field, which we actually did this year, we were able to go in our facility and get plenty of stuff done. So we have no excuses. And again, the girls got a snow day. I mean, when do you get a snow day in Troy, Alabama? So I think it actually added to the excitement of the year. So we're getting a lot done, and we're going to continue to get a lot done in the next couple weeks.
Okay, and let's talk about the squad a little bit here, because you've pretty much got a pretty good group of returners coming back this season. You didn't see a lot of losses last season, so a lot to build on to have this core. Because you kind of have, in the past, you've had a lot of big losses every season, but not so much this year. So.
No, we lost 3 seniors last year, and I mean, to give them credit, they were 3 really talented seniors, but we didn't lose 7 or 6 like we had in the past. So we were very young last year and inexperienced, and that's not really the case this year. We have a lot of sophomores that got playing time last year, a lot of juniors, and all of our juniors have had a ton of playing time. And then we have another big 6 freshmen this year, but the upperclassmen have done a really good job of kind of bringing them in. And you know, our goal is you shouldn't be able to tell what a freshman and a senior look like, but we should be a lot more experienced on the mound. We should be a lot more experienced in every position, and I think that will help a lot compared to, you know, maybe where we were last year.
And of course, one of the things to talk about, you mentioned the mound there, and this year you've got to talk about, you know, returning coach, former player coming back here, JC, I felt, becoming a part of the program and coaching. How has she contributed in bringing her back in there, having a former player come back and coach like that? So
she's been invaluable. I mean, we've got 2 returning juniors, and then we have 2 freshman pitchers, which anytime you bring freshman pitchers in, you know, it's invaluable to have a pitching coach that kind of can relate to them, and she can. I mean, she made my job very easy my first year here 3 years ago when she pitched here, and she's making my job a lot very easy since she's been here now. But she does a really good job. She relates well with them. She knows, you know, kind of where they're coming from, and she knows the game of softball really well. So she's brought a new fire to the circle, and I think fans will be able to tell, you know, their number one goal is to be tough, and that's kind of her motto is, if we're going to be anything, we're going to be tough on the mound. So I think the fans are going to be able to see that.
Well, and talking about fans getting to see the Trojans, there's going to be opportunity to see them right away, because you guys get to get a little bit of play time at home to start off the schedule here.
Yep,
So.
February 9th, 5:30. It's going to be here before you know it, before you can snap your fingers. But yeah, we also have Fan Day, February 3rd at 11 o'clock at the baseball field. So that'll be a good chance to, you know, both baseball programs. You know, we got a lot of smarts in this baseball and softball program. So Coach Smart on the baseball side and our Coach Smart will be able to kind of show off their teams.
And but a lot of opportunities to see you guys at home as well, because you've got a couple of home appearances here to start the schedule off. So kind of talk about the schedule and some of the high points of the schedule for you there. So
yeah, I mean, when you're blessed with the facility we have and the weather, not taking into account last week, the weather we have, we're able to bring in a lot of good teams down here. So we'll open up with a home tournament, and then we'll also, the 3rd weekend of the season, we'll have a home tournament, and then we host a ton of midweek games here. But some of our highlight aways are, we're going to go to Arizona. I think they were ranked 5th last year, so we're going to go to their tournament and play some really good competition. And then we're also going to go down to I always say it wrong, the Wide World of Sports down in Disney, and, you know, play a really competitive tournament down there. So I think we will have 4 weeks of really good competition to get us ready for what we all know is a dog-eat-dog world in our conference right now.
And it always seems that way. You know, you've got to kind of find out the pecking order right away, and then work your way up. And even when you're in the middle, you've seen that you can work your way back up to the top in a matter of a weekend.
Exactly. So. Our conference is There's no off weekends in softball in the Sun Belt.
All right. Well, here's hoping that we see some good play this season from the Trojans and see some maybe postseason success. Obviously.
That's the
plan. And thanks for joining us here today.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us on today's edition of Trojan Talk.